Hello guys, it's Julia here, and I'm back with another looking back, which this might go up late because I'm recording it the day of due to not having a good time to record, but hopefully that'll change soon. But by the time that does, the series will probably be over. But anyway, this is the Toshiba Satellite C655. Now, back in August 2021, I made a ton of videos about this computer of looking at it and making recovery disks, restoring it, but also, wiping it with DBAN and stuff, because the backstory of this computer is that it was owned by someone I knew previously that worked at an insurance company. So, yeah, it ended up having a lot of personal info and stuff, so I had to DBAN it. But before I did DBAN it, I did make a backup of the recovery disks that came with the computer, so that way I could restore it to factory condition. And then I wiped it. I didn't connect it to the internet or anything though, so I don't have to worry about that, because obviously it had their stuff on it still, and I didn't want to use that. I just wanted the recovery disks, because that I wouldn't be able to get back if I debanned it, unless I made the recovery media. So, pretty much, I got the recovery media for it, which I think I restored it to factory first, and then made recovery media. I think that's what I did, because I just wanted to restore it first, because there is a recovery partition and I am able to restore it. So this computer I made a lot of videos on, and I'll open it up, but if you don't notice here, I actually replaced the screen on it. Now you're probably wondering, how did I replace the screen on this computer? Well, I got another C655. It was that Toshiba Satellite C655D. I made a looking back video on it. If you guys want to watch it, I'll put a card if you haven't. But that was another computer I got. And that one had some AMD processor. It wasn't a very good AMD processor. It was really crap. So I decided to just take the screen off of it and use it for this good one. I actually put the stickers back on it that were on the other casing. I had to order a new bottom casing because when I opened up this computer, it broke, because Toshiba's, they're just very fragile with the plastic. So I had to basically buy a new bottom panel for it when I replaced the screen. This isn't the same keyboard either. I took it off another one. It wasn't off that one because I got even another C655, but that one was a Celeron one, which I still have it, but I took the keyboard from it because it was better. And I put the one from the C655D on that one, actually, because the other keyboard that this computer had was very worn. The keys were very worn. I still need to clean the other keyboard better because it came from a smoker's home, that C655D did. But let's power this up and see what's on it. So the last video I think you guys saw was me doing DBAN on it. Uh-oh. It just shut off. That was weird. It shut off when I powered it on. I don't know why it did that. But I believe the last video you guys saw was the one of debanning it. I don't think I did another one after that. I might have. I don't remember. Because here's the thing. I'm going to show you guys something once this boots. Let's just wait. It actually doesn't boot that slow, and this is still on a hard drive. I believe this is the same hard drive that's been in it. I don't think I ever replaced it. Alright, I'm gonna log in real fast. Alright, I'm signing in now. But if you don't notice, this is Windows 7 Enterprise, and I said I was gonna make a video of installing 7 Enterprise, but here's the thing. That video is not on YouTube. I feel like I might have recorded it and forgot to edit the video. It's probably still on my computer somewhere. But, yeah, or it's on my phone somewhere. I don't really know, but I knew I was going to make a video on it, and then one day I pulled the computer out, and it was on this, and I don't remember doing that. I don't know if I ever recorded it, actually. I might not have. I might have said, never mind, I'm not going to, or maybe I did and then forgot, which I don't know if I'm going to include that in this video because I have a different plan for this computer, but maybe in a future video I will show what I did if I can find it, if I did actually record a video, which I don't even know if I did. That's the funny thing. I don't even know. I forgot, because school started up soon after I said I was going to do that, and I got really busy, so chances are I either forgot about the video, like I recorded it and didn't edit it, or I just never recorded it to begin with. So yeah, let's check the install date because I actually want to know. So the install date is September 4th, 2021. I can try and look for videos on that date to see if I can find it maybe, but I did do it in September and I know I was already in school, so I probably either forgot about it or didn't have time because I got busy, but I was gonna make that a video. However, I have a different plan for this computer now. So, remember those SSDs I bought? I'm gonna put one of these SSDs in it. This is the last SSD, as I put the other two in the other two computers, the DV6 and the Lenovo ThinkPad X220, which I might take the one out of the DV6. I'm not sure yet. And you guys will be seeing the DV6 video on Wednesday about the failing recoveries because I'm in the process of working on that. So that's gonna be the one for Wednesday. So that's pretty cool. But I'm going to put this in it, but I'm also going to take that Celeron variant C655. I believe I put another like 2 gig of RAM stick in it instead of 1, but I'm going to take it and upgrade this to 4 gigs instead of 3 gigs, so that way it's 2 gig sticks in this computer, and I'd have 4 gigs of RAM because that other computer really doesn't need 4 gigs of RAM. So I'm going to take the stick out of that one and put it in this one to get 4 gigs of RAM and an SSD. Now, this computer is going to probably still be, I guess, a 7 machine because my plan is I'm going to actually use the recovery disks for like the first time ever. I don't think I've ever used the recovery media on this computer before. I only restored with the partition, but I made the recovery disks. So my plan is I'm going to restore them on this computer so it can have the factory install with an SSD. Now there is a chance later on I might get rid of this computer because I might give it to my mom, because she doesn't have a very good computer because she still has a Celeron from 2012 and 2 gigs of RAM, which isn't a lot. And it has a 32-bit copy of Windows 10 on it, and I don't recommend 10 on that hardware at all. I mean, at least it's 32-bit, but I still don't recommend 10, and I don't think she really uses the computer much because of how slow it is. Alright, I'm back. I got interrupted recording the video, so this will go up late, but I will show the system properties of this computer, and then I'll give you a little more backstory as well, but it's got an i3-2310M at 2.10 gigahertz, 3 gigs of RAM, soon to be 4, and with this SSD. Also, you guys are seeing the hard drive size. It's like a 300 gig drive or maybe 320 gigs. I think it's 320 gigs. I'm not sure. But you guys are seeing this because the rest of the backstory I'm putting in when it's actually restoring to save some time for this video. So that way it's not just music and I don't know how long it's gonna take. So this video is a bit messy. I'm gonna shut this computer down so we can actually replace the stuff because I forgot about that. So there's the drive. I'm gonna get the other computer out so I can get the RAM. Alright, so this is the 1 gig of RAM stick that I am pulling out of the system right now, which it's kind of harder to do when I'm, you know, doing this on video. But, alright, I got the stick out. And now we got our other stick, which is, this is our 2 gig of RAM stick, which I think has to go in this way. Hopefully I got that in correctly, because I can still see that. Which this one you can kind of see it as well, so it is probably how it goes. And I'm just going to put the other one back in here so that way this has 3 gigs and the other one has 4. Also, I don't think I have that in correctly because this one actually, you can't really see it, so I'm going to reseat that. It might be a little bit better. I mean, I'll just check the BIOS to see if it's detected. But while we're at it, let's switch out the drive. So we got our drive. We're going to pull it out. Oh, of course, there's a screw that I didn't see. This screw is like really tiny, but this is the drive. I'm just gonna take it out of this enclosure and put the SSD in it. I got the drive out, but there's a screw taped on here and I'm not sure what it's for because there's already a screw there, unless that goes somewhere else. I'm gonna take it off. So now I'm gonna unbox this SSD so that way we can put it in there. Alright, the SSD is in here now, so now I just have to slide it in there, which I usually prefer to do this with 2 hands. Drive is in. Maybe the other screw goes here, so I'm gonna screw in the 2 screws now. The case screws this in, so I'm not sure what this screw is. It's just an extra screw. Maybe I found another one to fit this. Maybe it did go here, but because I had 3 of these, I probably took another screw because I couldn't find it. Meanwhile, it was just taped. So this computer now has 3 gigs. This one has 4. So now I can put this back on, and then we can go to the BIOS and see if it's detected and if the RAM's detected. Alright, so let's see if this is all working. Let's see if the RAM and the hard drive is detected, or should I say SSD? Shut off. Uh-oh. I think I pushed it twice. It might shut off again. Alright, we got 4 gigs of RAM being detected. So, that's a good thing. Do we have the SSD? Yes. So everything's being detected now. I'm gonna exit discarding because I didn't change anything in the BIOS. Now it's probably not gonna boot or anything because there's no operating system on this because it's a brand new drive. Yeah, that's what I thought. So now, this is where I get my recovery disks. So these are the recovery disks I think I created. So now I'm going to get my capture card out, hook it all up, and we're gonna do it that way. Alright, so let's boot this. So I just put the disk in, insert boot disk, and press enter, or any key. I'm pushing a key. I don't know what it's doing. Hopefully it's working. Yep, there we go. Windows is loading files. I don't know why it looks so weird right now. Might have to adjust the capture card because it's probably not adjusted properly for this. But it is working. And I've never used the recovery discs before. Hopefully they work. Hopefully they're not like scratched up or anything because they were in my drawer. I could tell they look dirty. But I am cleaning them before I'm putting them in the computer and hoping they work. That was nice. This isn't working. The mouse isn't working for some reason. There it goes. So, Toshiba Recovery Wizard is what we need. I can move this around. Yeah, it's definitely like, the capture card is definitely not right. That looks better. That looks more accurate. Alright, Toshiba Recovery Wizard. And even if these discs are scratched, I made a backup of them if I need to make new ones. Why does it look all blurry? I don't know why it looks blurry here, but it's just saying all data will be deleted. I can still kind of read it. Yes. Restore factory default software. We don't want to retain the data and we don't want to erase it. It's already erased, so we're just going to do the recover to out-of-box state. And we'll just leave it as default. Recover to out-of-box system recovery options are included. It even gives you an option to do a size of a partition. That's actually interesting. Or without changing them. But we're just going to leave it. All partitions we deleted use old data on the hard drive, you mean SSD, and also there's nothing on it. Are you sure you want to continue? Of course I want to continue. So, hopefully these are the right discs. I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, it wouldn't work if they weren't. But it looks like the discs I made. I think I remember. But, yeah. I do have DVDs if this doesn't work though, but it should work. There's no reason why it wouldn't work. Anyways, I'm gonna time-lapse the next clip so you guys will see it in a time-lapse. So in the first part of the time-lapse, you guys are gonna see some issues. I was having issues with the recovery discs reading and it kept giving read errors and stuff like that and it wasn't working. I will play a video right now so you guys can hear the sounds the DVD drive was making. Alright, you guys heard the sounds, so you guys will see it failing. I'm not going to include all of it, just some of it. So the reason the restore kept failing was actually because the DVD drive went bad in the computer, so I actually had to grab the other DVD drive from the Celeron C655. You'll see I even tried other DVD drives like my USB DVD drive as well as Ventoy, and both of them obviously complained that there was no recovery disk because it requires it from the internal drive, so once I put that in, it started actually restoring again. But then after I got it working, it started restoring. Everything looked promising. And at one point, it BSOD'd and didn't restore correctly. So then I was like, oh no. Then I decided to boot to the recovery partition, which I didn't get that on video because I forgot to click start recording. However, shortly after I started the recovery again, from the recovery partition, I did start recording. So you guys will see the good time lapse as well. but those are the clips you guys are going to be seeing, and while you guys are seeing those, you guys are going to be hearing the backstory about the computer. This computer was used by someone working at an insurance company. They got it like a long time ago. I don't remember exactly when they got it. I think it might have been around, I know they had it in 2014. They might have gotten it around that time, or 2013 or 12. I think they might have got it, maybe even 2011. It was around that time. However, they bought this computer at a computer shop and it was used already. So it did have a previous owner before that person had it, and then they bought it used it for a while up until, I think it was like maybe 2011 or 12, all the way up to 2020 they used it. Or 2019, I can't remember. But what happened was that the screen broke on it because of a rocking chair. It rocked back and it crunched it, and the screen got completely damaged. I showed it, I believe, in those videos of previously showing the system. But because of that, they got a new computer, and then they had Best Buy transfer all their data from this one to the new one, but they never wiped the old one like they were supposed to, and Geek Squad isn't necessarily the greatest. So then after that, they used the computer and stuff like that, and, well, they used their new computer and they had the old one laying around. And then when I went on vacation back in 2021 summer, I got this computer because they gave it to me since it was broken and they already had a new one with all their stuff. However, they assumed the computer was wiped because they actually were told it was wiped, but it actually wasn't. But I wiped it for them, so yeah. And in a way, at least I got the recovery media because they didn't wipe it, but at the same time, if it would have went into the wrong hands, it would have been really bad. So at least, you know, that happened. That's pretty much the story of this computer. A few other things I said, though, I did reset it back in 2014, I know, because there was a time that they stopped doing the job for a bit, so I was able to reset it and clean it out, and it actually had updates disabled on it because the insurance guy thought that the updates were screwing something up, even though the updates weren't actually doing that at all. And I know that they had to use Internet Explorer, which is not the greatest, and the fact that they weren't getting updates for it either. But maybe Internet Explorer updates had something to do with it, I don't know, but I know they had disabled updates on it, and it was disabled for a while, and after they stopped working for the job, I reset the computer and everything again, but then when they started working again, I wasn't able to actually work on it anymore when they started working again, because I wasn't allowed to touch it. However, one thing about this computer that you'll find interesting, it's never ran Windows 10. It's only ran 7. It's never ran any other operating system. It's never seen the day of light of Windows 10 before, so it doesn't even have a license for Windows 10 at all, because it was never on Windows 10. Never upgraded. I don't think it ever got the GWX, or maybe it did. I actually don't know, because I don't think they had updates disabled the second time, but I think he just didn't upgrade it, because they weren't allowed to upgrade to Windows 10 or something like that. And when they were allowed, he chose not to because he liked 7. Anyway, that's the backstory of the computer. I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of the time-lapse of the restoring with the music. And once it gets to OOBE, we will go through it, and then I'll show you around, and then I'll show you some screenshots from before that I have, and then I'll stop the video. So yeah. Alright guys, so we're at the OOBE. For some reason it's not showing on the capture card, so I have to go through it on my phone, but it's not, you know, that special, so I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on the domain or not, but I'm just going to name it local user anyway in case, and if I do put it on the domain I will rename it, but I'm just going to keep it as that for now because I'm probably going to put this back in my closet after this. I'm not sure if I'm going to join this to the domain or not yet. So, a password, no. Let's accept the agreement. Ask me later. I'm not going to connect to Wi-Fi right now. And now it's finalizing settings. You can see it's got the Toshiba background. And I might just finish the video here. But while this is loading, you guys are seeing screenshots of the ones I could find. I probably won't find a lot because this video is already super late, but I wanted to at least have a few screenshots in there for you guys so you have something to look at while this video, you know, is going on. And my apologies for the series being a bit late now because I've had a lot go on recently. So things have been really late. So I'm glad I was able to fix it, to be honest, because this computer honestly is not a bad computer still. You know, putting an SSD in it and upgrading the RAM from 3 to 4 gigs is definitely going to be a noticeable difference. So you guys can see, oh, Best Buy, of course. There's a lot of bloatware probably on here. And if I go to like the control panel and I go to the uninstall programs, 50 programs are installed, and they're all bloat. I know I showed this before in the other Toshiba videos, it's just why I'm not going to go completely into this, because I showed this before. There's a lot of Toshiba software though, it's mostly Toshiba software. I will go and uninstall the bloatware, and Norton, because Norton's apparently on here, and no, just, that's a really old Norton, just no. I didn't ask. Close, get out of here, I don't want to use you. And we'll look at the Chrome version, and then I will stop the video, because it's already long. Oh, that's old. So, about Google Chrome. Google Chrome 8.0, and it's from 2010. Wow. I bet this wouldn't update if it was actually on the internet. It'd probably give a similar error, same error, because this is really old, and I don't think the older versions can update, so I'd have to uninstall it. And, oh, what's this? Oh. Okay, sure. I don't know why that popped up, but okay. Anyway, before we actually stop it, let's look at the properties again, and let's also look at the experience index. The lowest is the graphics, which is to be expected. The SSD got a 7.8, that's not bad. You guys can see the processor isn't too bad, 6.4, and then 7.2 for the memory. I mean, it did upgrade it, so it'll be a lot better now. So I don't know what the experience index was before. I don't know if I have any older screenshot of that. Probably not. Maybe I do. I don't know. But if I don't, oh well. Anyways, I'm gonna stop the video. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll try not to have any more late episodes, but I do have a lot going on at this moment, so I can't guarantee anything. So if they were a day later, so I'm sorry. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye for now.